Hello everyone, welcome to National Defense Institute. Today in this video we will be discussing about CAPF AC's previous year questions exclusively with respect to geography subject 2022. So let's go to the first question. So the first question is trough and ridge are, they have given the four options. This is one of the simple question and something that you have to have a basic understanding in climatology. So trough and ridge are elongated area of low pressure and of high pressure respectively. Elongated areas of low pressure, elongated areas of high pressure, elongated area of high pressure and of low pressure respectively. See, what do you mean by trough and ridge? Of course, trough and ridge are your actual part that will be like this. So when we talk about the high pressures and low pressure, when the wind is flowing, we will be using this one as your trough and ridge. So this will be your trough, this will be your ridge. So over the Indian subcontinent, if you see, sometimes during when the ITCZ is falling over India, something we will be using our high pressure, low pressure area, high pressure area, low pressure area, alternative low pressure area. With respect to the high altitudes, we will be discussing the different one. So like that, here the trough is nothing but your elongated low pressure area, that is your low pressure area, and the trough is your high pressure area. So what we can answer with this one is your, it's a elongated area of low pressure and high pressure respectively. So for the first one, option A is the correct answer. Okay, so let's go for the second question. So the boundary layer of the forest at which the energy exchange occurs and some insolation is returned directly to space. See, what do you mean by insolation is somewhat having a reflected or something like that. When they're asking something, we are aware about a concept called albedo effect. Hope you people know that. But here the point what they are asking is the boundary layer of the forest at which the energy exchange occurs and some insolation return directly to the space is. So here, as I told you in my earlier videos, when you have the options of single word, one will be of odd man. So what is that here? See, for example, of course, energy exchange takes place on the forest floors and forest soil canopy and litter. But the thing is, what they are asking is the directly to space. So with this, see, forest floor and forest soil. If you take a forest, this thing, and you have a forest trees, another bushes, and other type of trees with all the branches. The question here in the options, they are asking the forest floor is the first one. When of course, if forest floor is returning that landline directly, where is forest soil? That is also obviously here. So that means one A and B are not contradictory. That is something like they are falling on the same region, so that might be like that. And see, the forest canopy is on the higher level. And what about forest litter? Litter means what? All the things that have been fall down and that makes your entire humus is a litter. So with that, all the three are on the ground level and only one which is at the top level is your forest canopy. So energy exchange occurs and some insulin directly to the space. Of course, by which one? Of course, the answer can be for this one is your C. Option C. Forest canopy is the one of the one which detects the scintillation directly. So if we come to albedo effect, if we take a snow land and if we take a forest land, which one will be having more albedo effect? Of course, it's the snow. But if I take a forest and tar land or the tar road, which one will be having more albedo effect? Of course, it is forest. So with this, we'll go for the next question. Which one of the following is not correct? So the question here is which one of the following is not correct? So of course, here the question what they are asking is with respect to ocean currents. See, the Gulf Stream is a warm ocean current. Yes, that is right. The North Atlantic Drift is a warm ocean current. Okay, let's see. So Labrador current is a cold ocean current. Yep, that is also right. The Californian current is a warm current. Yes, that is right. Only answer what is wrong is your North Atlantic Drift is a warm ocean current. So answer is your B statement. All right. Yes. Let's go for the Next one. Which of the following statements about the maps are correct? So here also some things with the more of the options they have asked. So the first question, first statement is maps that maintain the true shapes of area are known as conformal maps. I don't know what is conformal maps. If that is the case, let's go for the second option. See, maps are used to show spatial relationships. Yes, of course, this is something seems to be a correct one. Okay, we'll hold on. We'll read the next statement. Maps cannot show route from one place to another. See, why do we usually use maps? To show a route map or something, a path where exactly we can go from one place to another place. So that is the way we use maps. And why this question might have asked, because recently Ukraine versus Russia war is happening, and with that the map is something very important. So maybe in that connection this thematic question has been asked, and of course this is detailedly explained in your NCRTs also. So with that, maps cannot show route, that is something not correct. So here they are asking the correct. So wherever you have 3, you can eliminate the options directly. See, here you have 3, option D is wrong, 3 is there, option B is wrong, so we can directly go to the question and answer C. So this is a somewhat elimination techniques. So when you have these kind of options, kindly know this logic. That would be very helpful to answer your questions. All right, so this is the fourth question what we have. Let's see for the next question. Which one of the following statements about great circle is not correct? Here also they are asking about the not correct one. So let's see what exactly the correct answer will be. So every great circle divides the earth into equal halves. See, what do you mean by great circle? Great circle is something like it's the longest circle that can be drawn around the earth between the 2 points. That is nothing but your great circle. So every great circle is the circumference of the earth. Great circles marks the longest travel routes between the locations on the surface. Great circle is the largest circle that can be drawn around the earth through two particular points. See, look at the option C and D. So great circles marks the longest travel routes between the two locations on the surface. Great circle is the largest circle that can be drawn. See, these two statements, something seems to be same. So similar, something like we cannot eliminate your option C and D, correct, because both are meaning somewhat same. But here you have to gamble between A and B. Every great circle divides the earth into equal halves. Every great circle, of course, if you are drawing a longer circle, means that entire great circle will be your obvious circumference. Yes, that can be also a not correct statement. That is a correct statement, and that cannot be a not correct one. Every great circle divides the earth into equal halves. This is something wrong, no? So something that cannot be done, because earth itself is not in a particular symmetrical shape. We have a flattened top and a bulged equator. So with that, we can go for option A is the not correct statement with the great circle statement. Okay. So option A, every great circle divides the earth into equal halves. That is not something right. All right. Yes. Let's go for the next question. Which one of the following statements is correct with reference to the normal lapse rate? What do you mean by normal lapse rate? It is very simple. We have studied from the ground, if you go to the higher elevation, the temperature will be decreased. That means temperature drop downs. For that means for every 1000 meter, we will be having a decrease of 6.5 degree Celsius. So that is nothing but your normal lapse rate. So with that connection, we'll read the other statements. Temperature is highest at the ground level and decreases with the increasing altitude. This is something right now. Okay, let's confirm with the other points also. Temperature is lowest at the ground level, increases with the increasing altitude. No, that is not the one thing. So that is, they are talking about the temperature inversion. So temperature remains stable with increasing altitudes. That is not at all happening. Then temperature first increases with increasing altitude and decreases, gradually starts decreasing. This is also not something associated. So with respect to the normal lapse rate, what is the options we can go for is your option A. All right. So that is the one of the simple question, a directed question. So option A is the correct answer for your normal lapse rate. All right. Let's go for the next question. Which one of the following tributary of the Brahmaputra is a tributary of the Brahmaputra River? This is also very simple. So I kindly suggest you guys to have all the tributaries of Brahmaputra, Ganges, Indus, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, some of the major tributaries of your North India and South India has to be remembered, and also your west flowing rivers and east flowing rivers which are there, and their arrangement from north to south. So along the east coast and west coast, right hand tributaries, left hand tributaries, kindly know this. If you know this, almost whatever the question they ask, you can easily fetch the marks with this. So in that connection, which of the following is the tributary of the Brahmaputra River? Say Gagar. Mahi. Gagar is a tributary of Ganges. Mahi, that is not at all flowing along this one. It's somewhat along the west coast. And Kosi, it's somewhat is also which one? A tributary of your Ganga only. So only it is flowing along your Sikkim and Bihar region. So that we call this Kosi as your sort of Bihar. The only option for the Brahmaputra is your Manas. Manas. See, as Brahmaputra originates along the Tibet region, it comes and enters India along the Arunachal Pradesh with excuse me, Namcha Barwa, and after joined by Lohit, that will be called as Brahmaputra. You have some of the uh, Subansri, Kameng, Manas, and Sankosh are the some of the right hand tributaries that is flowing in India and joining, and one of the right hand tributary is your Manas. So after that, Ganga will be joining your Brahmaputra, and here Teesta will join Brahmaputra along Bangladesh region. So they both combine, and everything when they combine, and they will be exiting to Bay of Bengal as your Meghna. So this is what something the contents of the rivers you should know. Yeah. So these are the some of the simple question what you can easily answer. So we'll go for the next question. Operation Flood is popularly known as what? See, these are the some of the operations we have. For example, with respect to flood, the Operation Flood is associated with your simple direct answer. It is your white revolution. So when this was done, of course, when we had the nutritional imbalances and the necessity for the nutrition to be given to the young population, so white revolution was done. Green revolution, of course, it is associated with the food crops and food grains, and blue revolution with the marine organisms. Yellow revolution is with respect to your oil seeds. So we should know all the certain type of revolutions like pink revolution and your silver revolution, silver fiber revolution, golden fiber revolutions. So like that, there is a list. Kindly go through that. That will give you easy mark. Let's go for the next question. Anasagar Lake is located which one of the following states? So here the question what they are asking is with respect to lake. So here the option they have given is Gujarat, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Karnataka. So this is a current affairs related question, and here this is some kind of a factual one. So you cannot have much concepts to do an intelligent case. So answer is your Rajasthan. So the Anasagar Lake was rebuilt by the grandfather of Prithviraj Chauhan. So that is in the Ajmer city. So answer is your Rajasthan. Okay, let's go for the next question. Ganga water is being shared at Farakka with which one of the following countries? See, this is a very simple question. If you have a good orientation of the map and have a good practice of where exactly the rivers flow, so this is your Ganga river that is coming, and of course that will make or share between the which is the other countries obviously is the Bangladesh. So when you have Bangladesh here, so the question what the clue they have given is Ganga water is being shared at Farakka. So in the atlas, if you have a clear vision, the entire thing is going with the Farakka barrage, which will be shared to Bangladesh. So of course in Nepal we have some of the tributaries that is coming along the Nepal. So that is not the one. Bhutan, no, it doesn't share at all. Bangladesh, Myanmar. In Myanmar, no. Myanmar is somewhat coming here. So obviously that cannot be the answer. So answer is your C, option C. So these are all some of the easy questions. You should never do any mistake in that. So let's go for the another Indian physiography question. Which one of the following is a part of Deccan Plateau? See, what do you mean by Deccan Plateau? It has been discussed that Deccan Plateau was formed because of some of the volcanic origin that has taken place when the Indian plate is moving from your African plate post your Mesozoic era. So in that condition, there is some sort of elevation that has been taken place, that is your Deccan Plateau, and we have central islands here. The question they are asking is part of Deccan Plateau. See, Aravalli Hills is something coming over here in this region. So that's the youngest, oldest fold mountains. So that is not a part. Karbi Anglong Hills, that is somewhat coming over your Meghalaya region. Shivalik Hills, see, Shivalik is having no connection with your Deccan Plateau, that is along the part of your Himalaya. And Vindhyan Hills, see, Vindhya and Satpura, that's what I tell you, Vindhya and Satpura, that is where you have your Narmada flowing. So the northern part of Deccan Plateau is your Satpura region. So Vindhyan Hills is not the correct. The answer is for is Karbi Anglong, because Deccan Plateau has an extension over the Malda fault in the Meghalaya region. So because of the Malda fault, there is an extension of the region. The option is your Karbi Anglong Hills, that is coming on the Meghalaya Plateau. Alright. So that is the answer for the 11th question. Let's go for the next question. In which one of the following states more cultivation of 50% area is under Jhum cultivation? What is Jhum cultivation? Of course, Jhum cultivation is nothing but your shifting cultivation. So what is the shifting cultivation? Of course, we know that if there is a plot of land, when there is a complete forest, they do chop some of the trees and they do cultivate, because the land will be not much fertile, because there will be everyday rain or some kind of evergreen forest. So that will not have a proper fertile soils, because the soil profile will be not much developed. So they will chop next level, next plot. So like that they will keep on shifting the things, and by the time it comes to the next one, this will be grown and that will have much of the fertility. So this is something what we call it is a Jhum cultivation, and that is called in different names in different countries, like Lalang in your Malaysia, Kenjin in Philippines, China in Sri Lanka, and Milpa in Central American African countries. So here the question they are asking, which states have 50% area? So answer is the first state to have much of the thing is your in the northeast is Nagaland. So since options there is no Nagaland, the next option is your Manipur. So answer is your Manipur. They are doing the one of the 50% more in Jhum cultivation, and because of that only the forest cover is also reducing in the northeast states. All right. So answer is for this one is Manipur. Next we'll go for 13th one. As a part of Lookist or Actist policy, which one of the following capitals of Northeast Indian states is proposed to be connected with Bangladesh via rail route? So this is again a map and a transportation associated question. See, we much of the questions are now interested basically with respect to Northeast states, because that is the area where much importance has to be given. So since that earlier government had Lookist policy, now this government of NDA has Actist policy. So they are to connect the rail route. So it is obviously your Agartala is the one which is now. Aizawl is the capital of Mizoram. So that is something not given in the option. So Itanagar is somewhat here. So that cannot be the answer. Kohima, Nagaland, no. Imphal, no. So in order to know Actist policy, all your Southeast Asian countries like Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, for that to have the good loading and the easy connection to the mainland is your state along the Tripura. So that is your answer, Agartala. So let's go for the next question. So which of the following sets of Indian states are landlocked and do not have international boundaries? See, this is very good, simple question with respect to Indian states and map based. So here, what do you think? What's the only thing you have to keep in mind is that they are landlocked and do not have the international boundary. So let's go with see the options. See, Andhra Pradesh. First itself, we can say Andhra Pradesh having a coastline. So this is not at all a landlocked. So option A is wrong. So Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana. And let's go for the third option. Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh. See, Himachal Pradesh is having somewhat border with China. So obviously, it is sharing a international border. So it is not right. So Andhra Pradesh, again see here, where you have Andhra Pradesh, can eliminate. So answer directly we can go for is your answer B, because Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana are all your landlocked one and doesn't share border with the international boundary. So these are the simple questions what you can easily eliminate using the questions and the options that have been given. Let's go for the next one. Arrange the following. So this has to be 15, sorry. So arrange the following passes from west to east direction. They are asking from the west to east direction. See, this is the passes what they have asked. Baralacha Pass, Shipkila Pass, Jilipla Pass, Bomdila Pass. See, if you know where exactly Bomdila Pass is somewhat present over the, if this is India, India's northern part, and we have, sorry, so if we have the India's, so Bomdila is somewhat coming here. Where is Jilipla? Of course, Jilipla is somewhat Sikkim region, and Shipkila is the where your Satluj River enters here, and Barasha Pass is somewhat in the Ladakh region. So they are asking from the west to east. See, when you know what is Bomdila, obviously answer has to be in A and B, and answer can be eliminated. So of course, Baralasha is something what that is automatically come in the first position, and 2 and 3. So where is Shipkila Pass? Himachal Pradesh. So answer is your option A. Sorry, yeah, option A. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the correct option if you go from east, west to east. So let's go for the next question. Which one of the following statements are correct? See, they are asking about the jet streams. Jet streams are high altitude easterly winds. That is wrong. They are flowing west to east. That is westerly winds. So option 1 is wrong. Wherever you have one, directly eliminate that. But still we go for the second statements. El Nino is a warm ocean current. See, El Nino, La Nina is some kind of effect. Because of that, you have your shifting of cold winds between your Australia and your South America in the Pacific Ocean. So here Perivy current and your East Australian currents, this will be, there will be a shift in the cold waters and the warm waters. When there is a shift, that effect we call it as El Nino. Of course, El Nino is the one thing where we have your warm ocean current on the western side of the South American continent. So of course, 2 is right. El Nino appears along Perivy coast. Yes, that is also right. So option can be your option B. So this is a simple question. If you know the first statement, you can directly use your elimination techniques. Alright. So let's go for the next question. Match the list. So type of plane and characteristic features they are asking. See, as I told you in the previous video also, match the followings can be attended easily. So here they are asking about the plane. So in the plane we know that something called an segregation of the elements will take place, like Babar, Terai, Bangar and Kadar. So if you come from the north to south, this is the arrangement what we have. See, here the question is Babar. Babar is the topmost. It is having filled with the gravels and boulders. So of course Babar is 3. So wherever you have A connected or attached with the 3, so option is must be in the A or B, and C and D can be eliminated automatically. D and 1 has come. So that means delta is filled with your marsh. And Bangar. Bangar is the wind which is having a canker formation. Canker is a calcareous deposits. And Kadar having silt. So with that, what the options we can go is C is 2, B is 4. So we can go for the option B. B is the correct answer for the 16th question. Let's go for the next option. Next question. So consider the following statements about the seaports. See here, the seaports has to be, sorry, they are asking about the seaports in India. So there are 4 major seaports and 27 minor seaports. No, that is wrong. We are having almost 13 major seaports. So the major ports are under the administrative control of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Of course, that is right. See here also with the using elimination techniques, when 1 is wrong, option A and B goes, and 3 is automatically right. So what is the only thing you have to look is your option 2. The minor ports are under jurisdiction of respective state government. Yes, that is right, because with the elimination technique we have found out. And major ports, of course, they are under Ministry of Union. So it is coming on the Union government. This is coming on the state government. So answer what we can go for this one is your option D. Alright, let's go for the next question. Solifluction is a geomorphic process involving a special type of flow that is noticed in. See, what is solifluction? It is some sort of your erosional feature that is found. See, along solifluction is what you have much of your soil and your entire things that is much saturated with the water. So when it is much saturated with the water, that will have a flow because of the gravitational force and your saturation technique. So because of that, solifluction cannot be seen in desert regions. Karst regions are your groundwater regions. There also you cannot see. See, permafrost and savanna. See, as it is discussed, permafrost is something kind of a frost region where it is having much of the soil content also. So of course, in savanna we don't see much of the. It is having long summer and small wet region. So because of that, long dry regions and small wet regions. So savanna can also be not be the answer. Only option what you have is your option C. That is the permafrost region. You can see much of your solifluction process. Let's go for the next last question. Which one of the following geologic time period? See, geologic time period is somewhat very important question because they are asking much of the questions from this area because much of the excavations has been done. So for that, first appearance of marsupials. What do you mean by marsupials? These are the marsupials which are the mammals which has evolved from the stage of the reptiles which were earlier egg laying. Since the mammals give birth to the old ones or the younger ones directly, so here those younger ones will be not that much uh, having a potential to survive. So that's why they keep their young ones in their tummy and or the pouch, and they make that to grow. Like for example, you have your kangaroo is a one of the example for your marsupial. So with that connection, they are asking with the lower Cretaceous, upper Cretaceous, early Jurassic, middle Jurassic. See the appearance they are asking. See in that period we have Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. So where exactly your Jurassic region we have the some of the dinosaurs that got evolved. So when dinosaurs evolved, and in the Cretaceous period it started to extinct. So in the lower Cretaceous period, dinosaur got extinct. Almost all the dinosaurs are your egg laying one. So the mammals got evolved after this. That means that can be your upper Cretaceous. So with that connection, we can go with the option B as the answer for the appearance of your marsupials. Okay. So with this questions, I thank you everyone for watching this video. For further videos, kindly do subscribe for our channel. Thank you. Thank you everyone.